I thought I'd do a video today on sharing how to um, visualize closing the door on a relationship, job, friendship, whatever isn't working in your life. Remove those blocks in order to step forward and thrive, whatever that is to you. So, for example, a relationship. So I've had many heartaches in my time, so I'm speaking from experience. And I've done this and it does work. So when you've reached a point that you know there is no going forward in that relationship, like I said, whether say let's for example put relationship with a loved one, it's not worked out how you want it to. It doesn't matter the reason, it's just not smooth. Every relationship has its bumps. We know that there is no smooth path. If you've got a smooth path, you're very lucky. But most of us don't have that smooth path, and so we have to accept the bumps and the turns and the changes and the mountains sometimes. And you show commitment to one another. But if there's not equal commitment and love and respect back at you, then you have to have a little bit of self-worth and say, do you know what, this is not going to go any further. I deserve more, whatever that is, male or female. And so for me, what I've done in the past is when I've had my heartache, I've made a very clear decision. That's the line. I am not going past that anymore. But what I realised what I was doing was keeping the door open. And I was stepping back into that, through that door, back into that life that I wanted to work, and it just wasn't. So what I then realised what I needed to do was visualise. Now I've done meditation groups with groups, or I've done it personal one-to-ones with my clients, and I'm very good at helping people step into their meditation, visualize, and I'm not an expert. I'm not trained in that. It's just something I've learned over many years of working in meditations groups myself, and then sharing that knowledge with other people. So what I did is that I made a very clear decision that I needed to put some self-respect and self-worth on my relationship going forward. It wasn't going to be with this gentleman. So made that decision, that's one. But what I was doing was keeping that door open, as I said. And so the old saying is, when one door closes, another one opens. But if you've got that door ajar, how can the next one open if you've got your foot in the back one? So what I realised is then I needed to close that door. So I sat with myself, I connected to the higher consciousness, my higher self, my inner guidance, quietly, just for a few minutes. You don't have to put music on, you don't have to put a candle on. If you want to do that to enhance the atmosphere, go ahead, but you don't have to. It's all in your mind's eye. So I closed my eyes. I sent the person love and respect, because that's what we do as a human being. We do no harm to others. We don't have to behave how they do. So I've sent them love and respect on their journey. And then what I visualized was a door. Now the door can be any color, any material, whatever, any size, whatever feels right to you. Visualize a door in front of you. The art then is to close the door. Once you've closed the door, then make a decision whether you want to lock it or just keep it closed. But bearing in mind the door can be opened if it's not locked. So I visualised a big heavy key and I locked it. For me, it was a big wooden door. It's a church door effect, so with a big iron key, which I locked. I continue to send love and respect, and then I make my awareness aware of my day, and then I go on about my day. And then I have to trust that the higher consciousness is dealing with that. I have to trust that Source, God, Spirit, whatever your language is dealing with that. All I need to do is to keep stepping forward. So I'm going to invite you, if you're struggling in a relationship or in a job that's not right, or anything, a friendship that doesn't feel right for you, then, and you know that you need to step forward, then do this visualization. See in the door, shut it, make a decision whether to lock it or not. And there's many aspects to the door, whether it's the colour, all sorts have meanings. But just do that visualization if you want to release the blocks in order to step forward and thrive. And then wait for that other door to open. Namaste.